the boys' state basketball tournament says so long to the UW Fieldhouse. This afternoon, the Randolph Rockets look to repeat as Division IV state champions, but the Edgar Wildcats want to stop the rocket roll. Then in Division II, Sauk Prairie is back in the final again, but Seymour hasn't lost a game all year. They don't plan on changing that today. Welcome to Championship Saturday. Let the games begin.
Celebrating the magic of March, Shockley Communications Corporation proudly presents the 82nd Annual WIAA Boys State Basketball Championships. Live from the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse in Madison, this WIAA Network Sports exclusive is brought to you statewide by Cenex, Land O'Lakes, and your local cooperatives, partners you can trust. The Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin and milk, the official beverage of the WIAA Games. Got milk? Marshfield Clinic, a national leader in medical care, research, and education. Rural Insurance Companies, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses. The Wisconsin Technical College System, providing education for careers and customized training for business and industry in today's high-tech world. Go here, get there. And by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 37 years. Save big money at Menards.
Live from the Fieldhouse in Madison, it's Championship Saturday. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Emmerich. We have 4 bright, shiny, brand new gold balls to hand out to our winners in our 4 championship games that we played today. Our quadruple header begins with our Division IV title game. The Randolph Rockets getting ready to take on the Edgar Wildcats. The Rockets are the defending state champs. After that one, we'll have the Division II title game. Sauk Prairie, the Eagles, getting ready to take on Seymour, the Thunder, undefeated at 26-0. We'll take a break for dinner, come back to you 6:30 this evening for our Division III title game, Laconia and Amro, and that will be followed by our Division I title game, Milwaukee Vincent and Milwaukee Washington. But first, a preview of our Division IV title game. Let's send it over now to the announcers who will call it, Ted Stefaniak and Pat Hammond.
Thank you very much, Scott. Well, we've got a great game on tap. Randolph and Edgar, both teams with 3 players that average in double figures, and we will start with Randolph, and they are led by Tyler Selk.
All right, he's the only starter back from last year's defending champion. They have 3 players. They've said averaging double figures. He's averaging 14 points a game and about 7 or 8 rebounds.
And on the other side of the ball, you've got the big man in the middle, Ryan Bargander from Edgar.
He had a great game yesterday, and he's averaging 16.5 and 9.5 rebounds per game. So they're the leaders of both their teams.
We can see quite a bit of scoring in this one. Should be a good one. Division IV championship is coming up in just a few moments, but right now we'll throw it back over to Scott Emmerich.
Ted, thanks very much. We'll be back with our Division IV title game. First of all, these messages from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Welcome back to Madison, everyone. We are at the University of Wisconsin Fieldhouse getting set for a Division IV championship game between Edgar and Randolph. And a big hello to everyone across the state of Wisconsin joining us on our WIAA network stations. And there you see all of them. Everyone around the state has a chance to watch the state championship games, and it is a fun time, especially on Championship Saturday.
It should be a great day. The first of 4 great basketball games. They're playing for state champions, and it's going to be a great day.
Well, we've got Edgar and Randolph to start off the day. First of 4 championships. Let's find out who our starters are. Here is public address announcer Pete Christensen.
Introducing the Division IV Championship starting lineup. At a forward for the Edgar Wildcats, number 32, Chad Gunther. And for the Randolph Rockets, number 34, Tyler Selk. The other forward for Edgar, number 40, Eric Totsky. And for Randolph, number 52, Scott Boyu. At center for the Wildcats, number 42, Ryan Bargander. And for the Rockets, number 44, Don Boomsma. At guard for Edgar, number 12, Nathan Lehman. And for Randolph, number 32, Barry Van Beek. The other guard for the Wildcats, number 20, Dean Third. And for the Rockets, number 40, Ryan Alvin. Edgar is coached by Dean Wooker. Randolph coach, Bob Heffley. Officials, Thomas Frieder and Brad Prickett, both from Manitowoc.
Okay, so there you have the starters, the officials, the coaches. I'm Ted Stefaniak, Pat Hammond sitting next to me from Eau Claire North. We are ready for a great game here.
This should be a super game. Edgar beat number 2 rated Wasaki to get here, beat number 4 rated Drummond. Today they play the number 3 rated team and the defending state champions.
Now, Randolph got to the state championship game by beating Kickapoo yesterday 53-39. Edgar defeated Drummond yesterday by 10 points, 51-41. Some impressive performances there. As you may have noticed during the starting lineups, it is Randolph with the size advantage as they start the ball game.
There's no doubt about that. Randolph, in fact, has 7 players in the roster, 6'3" or better. And I think that's going to be a real key, Ted, as who can establish themselves on the boards in this basketball game.
It'll be Don Boomsma and Ryan Bargander tipping it off. Edgar in the green, Randolph in the white uniforms. And it is Randolph controlling the tip. We are underway in this Division IV state championship game, and we have our first turnover in the first 5 seconds of the ball game.
Right now, Randolph's opening the man-to-man against Edgar. Edgar will be very patient. They'll run a little swing offense like they did yesterday. Try and get the ball inside. Get the ball swung from one side to the other.
Randolph starting out in a man-to-man here.
That's right, and I see right now that still got off Bargander. Remember, Bargander yesterday and Toski drove to the basket well. They're kind of sagging off a little bit, perhaps making them take the outside shot.
Bargander can hit from the outside. Thought about it for a second, and they start reversing the ball once again. Nathan Lehman, or I should say Chad Gunther in the corner.
Edgar's looking for a good shot now. Trying to get the ball inside.
Randolph doing a nice job with the defense, really kind of packing it into the paint.
That's right. They're doing a good job of sagging off. They're going to make sure Edgar doesn't drive to the basket and get that penetration on it.
We noticed the points in the paint yesterday in the Edgar game. Edgar loves to score in the red. Lob into Bargander. That's not going to be so easy today with the taller Randolph Rockets.
And that was good defense right there by Randolph.
No scores. 6:25 left in the first quarter of this Division IV championship game. Glad you could join us on your WIAA network station. We've got a good one, we think. Randolph now very patient. Nice pass inside for the first 2 points of the ball game. Scott Beaulieu.
Yeah, nice pass inside. Great pass.
Shot on the way by Lehman. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Barry Van Beek. They work it inside. Another turnover by Randolph. Their second.
I think both teams a little nervous right now, Ted. Obviously, you're playing for the state championship. It's not like a regular basketball game.
And one thing I noticed when I walked into the field house today, it's a little bit colder than it's been the last few days. Bargander drives the lane and goes in for the easy layup. 2-2.
He did that yesterday, too. Took the ball right to the glass and scored. A little full-court pressure by Edgar.
Van Beek drives the lane. That one doesn't go. Rebounded by Bargander. Edgar on the run. Gunther thought about it. Took the dribble off the glass. Good.
Nice move there. Bounced fast. He went into the lane and used the glass and scored 2.
Edgar with a 4-2 lead with 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Coach Bob Heffley from Randolph wanting his team to get into the offense. Shot on the way, three-pointer, actually a two-pointer. It's good by Ryan Elvin. He was just inside the line.
Listen to his coach. Get into the offense.
Instant offense. Just add sweat. Here's Edgar now, looking to take the lead once again. Very patient are the Wildcats. They come in with a 22-4 record. They were 14-4 in the conference. They were third place in the Merriwood. We've got our first foul of the ball game, and it'll be called on Don Boomsma. Take another look at this one, Coach.
I can see Toski right here. Did a nice job yesterday, too. Taking the ball to the basket. Now he doesn't quite have position there. Good call for the block.
The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by the Wisconsin Technical College System, providing education for careers and customized training for business and industry in today's high-tech world. Go here and get there. Saw Edgar regain the lead with a 6-4 bucket. And now we have a foul on Edgar. That'll be on Nathan Lehman. That'll send Ryan Elvin to the line.
Lehman is first. Team number 1 at the line, Ryan Elvin.
Did a nice job driving to the hold on that one.
Yes, he did. Again, penetration and dish it off right to the basket and do the foul.
And he's a lefty. Couldn't get that one to go. I know you like those lefties.
You got one on each team here.
Elvin gets the second one to go, and it is a 6-5 ball game. Now Randolph with the full court pressure.
This will be a real key to see how Edgar handles that, because yesterday they put the pressure on against Kickapoo, and they got like a 15-0 run, really turned that game around.
Lehman couldn't get that one to go, and here comes Randolph. Pull up, 14-footer is good. Barry Van Beek.
Right, he got good deep into the defense right there, and got inside the lane, he got a great shot.
Here comes Totsky. Looking inside, off-balance shot, just short. Saved by Bargander, but he must have stepped on the line.
Great effort right there. He tried to throw it off the player, but the foot stepped down the line ahead of time. Edgar now will full court press, man-to-man.
Van Beek brings it up. Inside, that was the first play of the game. It was for this play of the game.
That's an excellent pass. Edgar man lost his player right there, and he was wide open under the basket.
Scott Beaulieu with his fourth point of the ballgame. Now a steal. Ryan Elvin in for the layup. Gets it.
They changed their defense right there right now, and a little trap at half court, and great deflection and a steal.
Elvin now with 5 points on the morning. Afternoon, I guess we are now.
And Randolph now has changed their defense. They're back in the zone now. They get to shoot the outside shot.
Dean Thurs couldn't get that one to go, and I saw the shirt come out. It looked like Bargander got a little bit too much of the shirt.
Yes, he did. He was going to the glass, went over the back, and picked up the foul.
So the first one on Ryan Bargander, second team foul.
42, Ryan Bargander.
Checking into the ball game is Chris Krewicki. We'll be back to this WIAA State Championship Tournament game after a short message from your network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. It is Randolph with an 11-6 lead here in the first quarter. And I believe you're, well, not sure if you're taking a look at Jamie Lackey there. Jamie Lakey. If you joined us yesterday for the ball game, Jamie Lakey fell during halftime during a cheerleader routine. She was in the bottom of a pyramid, fell, hurt her back, I believe. They took her off in a stretcher. It was a very scary moment at halftime yesterday. She went to the hospital. She was released last night. She was doing just fine, just taking it a little bit easy today. Good to see Jamie Lakey back in the field house this morning.
Great to see her. I know her dad, Mark, the principal at Edgar High School, and there was big silence over the field house there for a while, but she's okay, and we're glad to see her.
2:30 left in the first quarter. It is Randolph with an 11-6 lead over the Edgar Wildcats. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Bounces over the backboard.
Right, Edgar that time a little bit of his own defense. Of course, he got the steal in the full court press before, but unable to capitalize on that, take advantage. Now we got a little press coming from Randolph here.
Lehman takes it in himself. Easy two.
Very quick move by Lehman right there. Went right down the lane. He broke the press and they attacked the glass and scored.
Lehman, part of a 400 relay championship team for Edgar last season.
Looked like it right there. Went right down the lane pretty quick.
Except he wasn't holding a baton. He had a basketball. Good athletes on both teams here. And we get a foul. That'll be on Ryan Bargander, his second. So fouls could play a big part in this one.
That's right. He's kind of playing behind him that time in the reach instead of moving his feet and trying to get in front of him.
Third team foul for the Wildcats. It looks like Edgar will get somebody in for Bargander on the next dead ball. Van Beek gives it up. Baseline drive. Good pass into Boomsma. That comes up short. And we'll get another foul. This one will go on Don Boomsma. Let's get a look at Dean Wooker, head coach for Edgar. Here's another look at it, Coach.
That's right. Went up in the air, and he's being aggressive, just went over the back and picked up the foul. But he's being aggressive, going for the board.
So the big men take a seat for both teams. Bargander and Boomsma each take a break.
So a 1-3-1 now, half court here by Randolph, trying to make Edgar pick up the tempo a little bit.
Is Lehman driving in for the layup. That one doesn't go. Here comes Randolph. Drive to the baseline is good. Tyler Self, his first 2 points of the ball game.
And that's where they're tough in transition right now. Took the ball down, made a good strong move to the glass and scored.
Self comes right back and picks up a foul on Eric Totsky.
Again, didn't move his feet there at all. Just kind of reached and the ref called him for the foul.
Self, his first, team 3.
Number 52, Scott Beaulieu, checks back into the ball game for the Rockets. Another substitution coming in. This will be Josh Bargander. He comes in for Chris Trewicki.
Big possession now for Edgar, especially with Bargander on the bench with 2 fouls with a minute to go. And now you see that Randolph's trying to tap the basketball.
He loses it, but it was Josh Bargander picking it up. Totsky thought about the 3. Down into the corner. Lehman for 3. Rims out. Rebound, Josh Bargander. Takes a dribble to the other side. That one is short. Randolph rebounds. Drive, baseline is good.
Nice hesitation. Got his defensive man to hesitate for a minute. He went right to the glass and scored. 15-8 now.
Brad Moldenhauer with his first 2 points of the ball game. Josh Bargander from the corner. Got it to go.
Nice shot. Wide open in the corner. Had good legs and good lift and drained it.
Final seconds of the first quarter. Randolph looking for one more bucket. And we'll get a foul on Josh Bargander.
30, Josh Bargander, his first.
So we look for a quick shot here. 2.9 seconds left in the first quarter of this Division IV championship ball game. Don't have time to look around. Long one on the way by Self. Oh, just short. It is Randolph 15, Edgar 10. We'll be back to this WIAA state tournament game after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everyone. Ted Stefaniak and Pat Hammond getting ready for the start of a second quarter Division IV championship matchup between Edgar and Randolph. Randolph with a 5-point lead. Take a look at your pick and save first quarter statistics.
For Randolph, 32.
And we can tell you that the points inside the paint, the big difference in this one, Randolph has 12 points all inside the paint, 12 of the 15 points. That shot in by Edgar. It makes it a 3-point ball game. And we will get an offensive foul on Randolph now.
You see Edgar going now, the full court press, trying to get back into the basketball game. And you mentioned about those points in the paint.
those pick and save stats once again. Another thing you notice, besides the points inside the paint, they are over in the free throw line, or from the free throw line. Both teams are.
I mean, for the three-point line, 0 for 3 and 0 for 2, and for the inside points, that's where Edgar's guards, dog. Too much penetration, able to dish it off, and that's the difference in the ballgame right now.
Edgar took 12 shots in that first quarter. Randolph took 11, so each team is getting a look at the basket.
That's right. We'll see Randolph now stay in his zone defense, trying to pick up the tempo, trap whenever they can.
Here's Gunther with a long two. Doesn't go. Oldenhauer comes away with the rebound.
There's another interesting thing. Bargander's back in the basketball game now. Start the second quarter. He's got 2 fouls. So sort of keep an eye on this. That'll be real key, especially if he picks up his third. Because Edgar's playing man-to-man right now.
Van Beek gives it up to Self. Self inside. Shot on the way. Nice shot by Scott Beaulieu.
Right, good strong post-up move. Went back to the inside. Went up. Knocked the shot down.
Beaulieu's got 6 points now, and I think they've all come from that side of the basket.
That's right. He's a nice-sized player inside for Randolph.
Another turnover by Edgar. Bears knocked it out of the hands of Van Beek, but it will stay Randolph ball. The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by the Dairy Farm Families of Wisconsin and milk, the official beverage of the WIAA games. Got milk? Shot on the way. Long two is good. Jason Jansma.
Got good ball reversal right there. Went up and nice follow through and hit the shot.
Jansma's first two of the ball game, 19-12. Randolph with a 7-point lead. Bargander driving the lane. He had that pretty easy. Did a pretty easy job taking it to the hole yesterday, but not quite as easy against Randolph.
Well, one thing, too, now they're zoning here. They got the ball on the high post. I think we'll get a look right here on a replay. High post turns. He goes right down the lane. He draws the foul.
Team number 5 at the line, Ryan Bargander, 2 shots.
Bargander, a 75% free throw shooter, gets the first one to go. He had 21 points yesterday against Drummond. Gets the second one to go. He now has 4 points in the ball game. Randolph still with a 5-point lead.
Now see Edgar come back, a little half-court trap, 1-3-1, force a turnover.
Barry Van Beek with a turnover for Randolph, so Edgar gets the ball back. Dean Thurs will bring it up for the Wildcats. Totsky turns it over. Here's Van Beek on the break. Gives it up. Beautiful pass, but they're going to wave it off. It's called traveling.
That was a great pass, and the ball was stolen out front, and a nice defensive play. Came down the other end. Unfortunately, traveled.
Scott Beaulieu. There's another look at it, Coach. Great pass by Beaulieu to get it out to Van Beek.
Tough call. Tough call.
So Edgar with another chance to cut into the lead. Bargander, quadruple teamed. Got the shot, got the rebound to get another shot off, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, I can't believe how quick he went up right there. He went up and drew about 4 guys, missed it, and everybody 5 guys. He went up and got his own rebound, put it back in. Excellent quickness on the second jump.
So Bargander will go to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Don Boomsma checks back into the ball game for the Rockets. Randolph Rockets coming in with a 25-1 record. They are 16-0 in the dual county conference. Of course, that gave them first place. Bargander got the first one to go for Edgar. He now has 5 points on the ball game. Bargander, perfect from the free throw line.
You talk about their conference. They've won 71 straight now, Ted.
Very good team from Randolph. The defending state champs, as we said, looking to repeat here at the Division IV WIAA State Boys Basketball Championship. And there's a turnover. Here come the Wildcats with a chance to cut it to 1 or tie it.
Little traps bothering Randolph right now. One thing they've done, too, is put Totsky, all right, on the point. And that obviously creates some problems for the smaller guards because of Totsky's size.
Gunther missed the long two. So it stays a 3-point lead for Randolph. Inside to Boomsma. Turnaround jumper, no good. Bargander came away with the rebound. Here comes Lehman. He thinks he's in a track meet. Gives it up to Gunther. He'll slow it down. Totsky for three. Through nothing.
Nice hustle there by Gunther to save the ball from going out of bounds. And now we have Randolph back in the man-to-man defense after switching from that zone.
Wildcats taking their time once again. Almost another steal. That time Tyler Selk had a notion. This is Dean Thurs for three. That one is long. Selk fights for the ball. Comes up with it and will be called for traveling.
Wow, great effort right there, though. Dove on the floor. Unfortunately, the call hurt his elbow a little bit there, but great hustle by both teams there.
Ryan Elvin checks back into the ball game for the Rockets. Edgar with another chance to cut into the lead. Tried to alley-oop it to Totsky.
Not a real good decision right there. The player is supposed to get defense, and short coach Worker didn't like that at all.
Inside of 4 minutes left in the first half. It is Randolph with a 3-point lead. Boomsma, turnaround jumper, good.
Right, 6'6" inside. Bargainer couldn't do much here because he got 2 fouls. Put a hand up, but don't want to foul him.
Lehman for three. Got it.
Well, that's the thing Edgar has to do, especially playing in zone or man. They got to get some outside shooting to open up for the bargainer inside, because right now Randolph is sagging. Now we're back to that low press again with Totsky on the point. Right, 6'3", puts pressure on the Randolph guards.
Randolph moving it back and forth, gets it into Selk, off somebody's foot, and it went off a Wildcat, so it will stay Randolph's ball. You get a good look at Tyler Selk.
Put that ball down in the middle of that zone, and boy, you put down the ball in the middle of the lane, you're probably not going to have it come out of there with it.
Selk comes out of the ball game to take a rest, and that is Jay Jenkins into the ball game for the first time, 6'6". This is Don Boomsma with another baseline jumper. He's just having trouble getting it to fall right now.
That's a nice rebound by Bargainer right there, and pushed the ball out right to Lehman.
Third to Lehman. Lehman for three. No good. Jenkins comes away with the rebound. Boomsma kicks it down to the baseline. Nothing doing for Van Beek. Back inside. Blocked by Thurs. Another shot on the way is good. Jason Jansma picks up his 4th point of the game, and it's back to a 4-point lead for Randolph.
He had the right spot at the right time after the block and putting it in.
Another alley-oop to Bargander. Got too low, though. Lehman with another shot and got it to go.
That was a nice play by Bart. That ball was going out of bounds, and he saved it and kicked it back in, and he did that very well in the sectional game in Wausau.
Here's another long pass. This one into Boomsma. This time it's good off the glass.
A great pass.
Edgar was a little bit slow getting back on the defense that time, Coach.
Yes, they were. You know, but I got to give credit again to the pass and using the glass, and Randolph being able to take advantage of that.
Lehman drives baseline, is hammered, and it is called a jump ball.
Well, the Edgar fans won't like that. Well, a replay maybe on this, but
that was an interesting call. We'll take another look at it, Coach. We've got the advantage of replay.
Well, he blocked on top, and he might have got with the body down below.
Put a saddle on him at that. Randolph with a 4-point lead. 1:30 to go in the first half. Another turnover by the Rockets.
That was made possible. A nice steal there by Lehman. Coming the backside, looking to push the ball again.
Totsky thinks about the three. Maybe thought about it too long.
Whenever you hesitate like that, sometimes it's too wide open, and that really does hurt your shot usually.
Well, maybe that's a makeup call. Let's take a look at that one. Lehman did a nice job getting back to stop the fast break.
All the Edgar fans liked it, but the Randolph fans did not.
We didn't have a real good look at it, but by the reaction of the crowd.
I think both teams might be a little bit biased there, Ted. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Edgar looking to cut into a 4-point lead now. Totsky in the corner. Here's Bargander. Single coverage.
40 seconds left here at half. I think Edgar will probably take the time unless you get a great shot. They're down 4. Chance to get down 2.
Oh, behind the back pass by Totsky.
Not a good decision right there. Goal. Thought he got fouled, whatever, and threw the ball behind his back. Not a good decision.
Inside of 20 seconds now. Randolph looking for one last shot in the half. Tyler Selk working up top. Totsky guarding him. Selk driving to the hole, pulls up, gets the jumper. Final seconds now. Lehman with a long shot, just missed. So we go to the half. It is Randolph 27, Edgar 21. We'll be back to this WIAA State Championship Tournament game after a short message from your network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back to the field house, everyone. We are at halftime of this Division IV State Championship game. It is Randolph with a 6-point lead over Edgar. 6 points, not a lot, but maybe a little bit deceptive because that is the biggest lead of the ballgame.
Well, Edgar had a chance. He came down 4. They took about 30 seconds off the clock, had a turnover on the other end. And, of course, the leader, Tyler Silk, who's back from last year's state champ, went down, hit one at the buzzer. It's really be about a 4-point basketball game, but it's a 6-point game, and it's a long ways from over. Should be a super second half.
Yeah, and what should we look for in the second half?
Well, I think that number one is that Edgar's going to try and get the ball inside a little bit more. On the other end, they have to convert. They gave them some easy baskets. Randolph, on the other end, their defense been pretty darn good. They do keep doing the same things they were doing, getting the ball inside as well to their players. Boone's about 6'6". They got great size, and it'll be kind of a chess match, I think, the second half.
Yeah, most of Randolph points coming inside the paint.
That's right, and again, that goes back because of their size. We talked about having 7 players on their team, 6'3" or better, and they have the size advantage over Edgar right now.
Okay, well, we'll take a look at the first half highlights and statistics in just a moment, but first we'll go across court to Scott Emmerich.
And just a reminder, you can purchase a VHS copy of this or any other WIAA boys or girls state tournament game. Just call 1-800-773-9944. The cost, $18.99, add $3 for shipping and handling. Pay by Visa, MasterCard, or check. The WIAA State Tournament for video memories that will last a lifetime. Randolph leads Edgar 27-21 in our Division IV championship game. And to recap the first half of action, let's send it back over to Theodore Stefaniak and Patrick Hammond. Gentlemen.
Wow, thank you very much, Scott. I think we're ready to take a look at some of those first half highlights, and we had some pretty good ones. First, we will start with the Randolph players, and we'll start with Barry Van Beek.
That's right. He's one of the leading scorers, averaging about 13 points a ball game. He got nice penetration right down the lane, pulls up, little jump shot.
Brian Elvin also doing a nice job for the Rockets.
Right, they'll steal here. All right, deflection. He's going to go down left side with the left hand.
Brad Moldenhauer also chipping in for the Rockets.
Right, nice little hesitation, shot fake, and then took him right to the basket.
Josh Bargander helping out Edgar. He is the younger brother of Ryan Bargander.
That's right, only a sophomore. Nice shot from the baseline, great follow through and hits it.
Nathan Lehman also hit some pretty big shots for the Wildcats in the first half.
That's right, you're going to see a three-pointer right here coming up. All right, legs into the shot there. Nice rotation on the ball, in.
And take a look at Ryan Bargander's effort off this alley-oop as he dishes it off.
Well, he's going to save it. Right now he's under the basket. Great save. Throws it back outside for assist, and Lehman knocks the shot down.
Taking a look at our pick and save first half statistics, and you'll notice right at the bottom of your page, the points inside the paint. It is Randolph with 20 and Edgar with 6. Another thing to notice on that page is the turnovers. Randolph already with 9 turnovers in the first half.
Well, I think that's what Randolph had to address at halftime with the 9 turnovers.
And it is Lehman and Bargander leading the way for Edgar. Beaulieu and Elvin, the leading scorers for Randolph. And you know what? Beaulieu and Elvin didn't score a point yesterday.
Well, that's what, again, makes a great basketball team, they have great balance. And again, we talked about the Randolph turnovers, having 9 average per game. All right, 9 today. Edgar's got to take care of the points. They got 20 to 27 of the points at halftime. They got to address that fact.
Yeah, it's only a 6-point game right now. We'll be back with second half action after a word from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Visit.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everyone. It is Randolph 27, Edgar 21, and there it is, 2nd District U.S. Congressman Scott Klug playing the drums.
All right, for Randolph. Look at him there. He's enjoying it. All right, ready for the drums. He's going to start pounding on those things. Now he's clapping. What a fan for Randolph, excuse me.
Yeah, I lost my microphone there. I was so excited to see a congressman over there playing drums.
I figured I'd help you out there for a second. All right, before we get started right now, Ted, I would like to say hi to my Aunt Jean. I know she's a great, great fan of basketball and so forth. Hope she's enjoying the telecast along with you and I.
I'm sure she is. We've got a good game going here, too, Pat.
Yes, we do. And right now we see Randolph open in the second half in the zone.
As far as three-point shooting in that first half, Edgar 1 for 9, and Randolph 0 for 2. So do we look for Edgar to keep throwing up those threes?
Well, you know, Randolph, one reason they're 0 for 2, obviously, three-point line is they have 20 points out of 27 inside the paint. Edgar needs to knock the outside shot down. I think that's why we see Randolph starting the second half in the zone, because they're 1 for 9.
Brian Bargander, wing extended. Looking inside, he's got some smaller guys inside, but now Bargander goes in. This is what they've been looking for the whole game. And they draw a foul. That one will be on Scott Beaulieu.
That's right. We've got to give credit right there now to Dean Thurs. He made that possible. I believe he's the second, or the leading assist man for Edgar. And he went back man-to-man right there. We get another look at it. Nice entry pass right there by Thurs. Bargander draws a foul.
Yeah, Selk kind of got caught. Do I go behind him? Do I go in front of him? By the time he makes the decision, a little bit too late.
And Bargander's pretty darn strong, too.
Bargander doing a nice job at the free throw line today. I don't think he's missed. 5 for 5, make it 6 for 6. Four-point ball game now. Inside the Boomsma. Turnaround jumper, got it to go.
A nice penetration right there. Turn around. He's 6'6", was over the top of everybody and puts the ball in.
He's got 6 points now. Yeah, he missed some of those earlier in the first half. Edgar could be in trouble if Boomsma gets on track. Here's Thurs. That one won't go. Boomsma comes away with it. Van Beek kicks it down to Selk. Selk with a dish down low. We will get an offensive foul.
All right, nice pass that time by Selk. All right, we're going to look at it right here.
Couple of nice passes here.
Yes, one, and then good position, picks up the charge.
Yeah, Scott Beaulieu dipping his shoulder a little bit, and they got him there. The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Rural Insurance Companies, providing a full line of insurance products for Wisconsin's families and businesses.
There was a case where they beat the full-court Randolph press. All right, and a great pass that time. All right, from Thurs to Bargander, and we got a 4-point game.
Self thought about the three, takes it in, kicks down to the baseline. That one kicked off the side of the backboard, I believe. That will have an Edgar foul.
Edgar foul, 40, Eric Topsky, his first.
If they're going to shoot that, I think they're going to call it on the ground to first or on the floor. Yes, they are.
Selk will inbound. He's averaging about 14 points a game. Van Beek drives it in himself and makes it.
All right, great first step right there, right down. He did that a couple of times the first half, and again, nice play. And he's only a junior.
Edgar looking to pick up the tempo a little bit. Now they pull it out, set up the offense.
You have to be pretty patient right here now, okay? Again, the Randolph's back in their man-to-man defense and sort of sagging on, make him take the outside shot.
Long two by Bargander, bounces around a couple times, then goes out of bounds off the hands of Nathan Lehman.
Let's see if Edgar picks up full court here now a little bit.
They break the press. Had a 3-on-2 for a moment, but decided to slow it down only for a moment. Elvin couldn't get that one to go. Partially blocked. Didn't know if he was going to take a shot. or pass it, but here comes Edgar. Lehman had Toski wide open down at the other end.
Well, you know what happened? He was wide open, first of all, and he didn't see him. All right, and then Toski kind of dropped his head, went the other way, and then when Lehman saw him, he threw it. He didn't see the ball.
A little miscommunication here early in the second half.
30, Brad Moldenhauer.
Ryan Elvin comes off the court, and Brad Moldenhauer checks back in for Randolph. This is Van Beek, gets it into Moldenhauer. Can't get that one off the glass. Gets his own rebound. That one will be good.
And again, that was made possible by Van Beek's penetration and dished it off.
Moldenhauer then comes back and picks up the foul, trying to stop Lehman.
Well, they're doing the same thing Randolph did yesterday. His full court pressure turned the game around for him yesterday. They're doing the same thing right now today. And
Moldenhauer, just a junior. None of these Randolph players underclassmen.
Right. They got a great nucleus for next year's basketball team as well.
And as we said, they are the defending state champs, so maybe on the verge of a dynasty over at Randolph.
It's a big possession for Edgar. Being down 8 with 5 minutes to go here now, they got to get a good shot.
Lehman looks to drive, gives it up to Gunther for 3. Got it.
Big basket. Now they're back within 5.
For 3.
Edgar fans wanted to travel. Self comes away with it. Spins. Turnover. Here comes Edgar. 2-on-1. Gunther off the glass, but he will draw the foul.
Again, great bounce pass. We talked about it yesterday, too. We don't see a lot of bounce passes in basketball anymore, but that was a good play, and I think you see Randolph take a time out here. Coach wants to talk a little bit.
They want to talk about it, and we get another look at it.
Nice steal by Lehman, a nice bounce pass, and of course, Gunther has great elevation. Draws the foul.
Gunther will shoot a pair when we come back. This is the WIAA State Tournament game. We'll take a short break for our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everyone. We have a 5-point ball game. Edgar and Randolph playing for a Division IV state championship. Great crowd here at the Fieldhouse today.
Oh, super. You know, we got Division IV finals right now. Division II, obviously, next with the number 1 and number 2 rated teams in the state. Of course, Sauk Prairie being close to Madison and so forth. And, just great game.
These are the last 4 scheduled WIAA games here in the Fieldhouse. Next year, we'll be in the Cole Center. Chad Gunther on the line to shoot a pair, gets the first one to go for Edgar. He's now got 6 points. He's got a little gauze in his nose, Coach. Maybe took a hit in the face on that last foul.
He could have. An excellent free throw shooter, shooting 80% for the season. I drained both of these.
Back to a 3-point game.
A little full court press by Edgar here right now. Randolph does a nice job of breaking it, getting some in the middle.
Boomsma. Wing extended. There's a turnover. Here's Gunther. Over Self, got it.
All right, nice move.
So midway through the third quarter, we've got a 1-point game. Randolph looks to answer. That one doesn't go. Bargander with the rebound.
Chance here to come down and take the lead. Now it's 33-32.
Toski thought about the 3. Will take it in himself. Off the glass. No, we're going to get a foul on Self.
You know, you give Toski credit right there because he's had a couple of tough shots on the 3-pointers, couple air balls. Here he's going to hesitate and take it right to the glass and draw the foul.
The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Menards, helping families build America's heartland for 37 years. Save big money at Menards, and we are watching Edgar really pick up the momentum right now.
On a couple of steals on defense, if you give momentum and a couple of 3-point plays here. Pressure, and now we jinxed him on the free throw line, but we're going to have a heck of a game. I think he's going to right down to the end, Ted.
Toski missing the first one can tie it if he sinks this one. And gets it to bounce in. So we've got a 33-33 ball game. And, Coach, like you said, we are in for a good one this afternoon.
Edgar staying in the full court press now, and he's bounding Randolph a little bit.
Our first tie since the ball game was 2-2. Randolph looking to regain the lead. They go into Boomsma. Turnaround jumper. That one is short. Rebound, Bargander.
Again, that team, they got a good hand up. Of course, when they missed it, Bargander came down with the rebound.
Layman pulls up from 15. Got it.
Edgar now has come back from being 6 down. They had a 2-point lead now.
And that is the first lead for Edgar since they led 6-5 in the first quarter.
Edgar shooting the basket out a lot more confidence they did the first half now, Ted.
Shot on the way. That one won't go. Good rebound. And put back by Jay Jenkins.
Right. Quick put back, too. Grabbed it, put it in right away. Now we got tied again, 35-35.
Jenkins did a good job on the boards coming in the first half, but those are his first 2 points of the ball game. Edgar now. Totsky drives the paint and draws a foul. This one will be on Boomsma. His third.
One thing right now Edgar's doing is taking the ball to the basket and drawing the fouls on Randolph. Bargainer, there's also a nice job of passing the basketball as well as just rebounding and shooting.
Tyler Selk checks back in for Randolph as well as Josh Bargander. Also checking in for the Rockets, Ryan Elvin.
40 Ryan Elvin. For Edgar, number 30 Josh Bargander. At the line, Eric Totsky.
Eric Totsky on the line. Try to give Edgar the lead once again. Shot on the way, got it. Totsky, a 60% free throw shooter, averaging about 13 points a ball game. He's got 3 this afternoon. Second one rims out. Good rebound by Tyler Selk. Selk driving the baseline. Loses the ball and is called for the travel.
Well, one time he just kind of put his head down, was going to the basket, and I think the official could have called a travel or a charge right there, and he gave the benefit of the doubt to call a travel.
The Randolph fans let the official know they didn't really like that call.
That was the call was right into the basket, too, and in front of all their fans.
I don't know if Coach Bob Heffley liked that call either. Take a look at your turnovers right now. Randolph with 14, Edgar 10. As we said, Randolph has only been averaging about 9 turnovers a game.
That's your credit to the Edgar guards right now. The Edgar guards are doing a great job of putting pressure on the Randolph guards. Now Randolph switched back to their zone defense, so a 1-3-1 trap here now because the man-to-man hasn't been that successful. As Edgar's cut the lead now and actually has the lead.
Swinging across court, Layman now. Drives to the baseline, gives it up to Josh Bargander. Had his brother Ryan open for a second, but decides to pull it back out to Layman. Layman double team, in trouble, but gets it out of there. Now somebody open on the backside of Gunther, and he can't handle the pass.
You know, it looked like he was going to try and catch and shoot at the same time instead of doing number 1 catch and number 2 shooting it, and he came out with just a turnover.
So Randolph really applying the pressure on that last series by Edgar. Rockets looking to regain the lead. Do they have to get Tyler Selk more involved in this ballgame, Coach?
I think so, but they did right there. And you get a chance to finish the sentence. He got the ball.
I'm going to leave you here, Coach. I'm going to go over on the bench and grab the clipboard.
All right, second look. Nice entry pass. Good post up. Uses his body in the backboard, draws a foul.
Tyler Selk averaging about 14 points a ball game, 6'5" junior. All-conference football player. All-state tournament team.
You sound like those guys on ESPN, so they're trying to get involved in the offensive bingo. All right, this trap again now. Of course, Edgar shot 1 for 9 from the 3 points the first half. I think that's why Randolph's back in that zone.
Gunther with the turnover. Here come the Rockets. Selk pushing it up court. Had a man open, takes it in himself. The Rockets wanted a foul, but nothing doing. Here comes Edgar. Totsky down low. Is blocked. That one almost went in. Here come the Rockets.
She's fast and furious now. That pass would have been tipped in by Randolph. I couldn't tell who, but
Gunther flying through. Nice shot by Jason Jansma.
4-point lead. Critical now, 45 seconds for Edgar. Down 4, they had a little lead. Now a big possession right here. See if they can get back within 2.
Seconds to go in this third quarter. Go nowhere. Stay seated at home because we've got a great ball game going on here. Edgar now just going to wait for that last shot. Try to take the momentum into the fourth quarter. Lehman, final few seconds now. They've got to get it up. Gunther off balance, off the glass, no good. So at the end of 3, it is Randolph with a 4-point lead, 40-36. We'll be back to this exciting state tournament championship game after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
Congratulations, Edgar Wild.
Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everyone. We have a fantastic ball game going here. We're getting ready to start the fourth quarter for a Division IV state championship game between Randolph and Edgar. Edgar actually took the lead in this last quarter, first time since the first quarter, but it was Randolph regaining their momentum and taking the lead into the fourth.
Yes, they did. They came back, and they were down 6. They got the lead. Now, a couple of turnovers, the 1-3-1, and allowed Randolph to get the lead 40-36.
And as you see the pick and save game statistics, Randolph with 30 points inside the paint, and it is Tyler looking for more. Can't get it to go. Scramble for the ball. Edgar will come away with it. Third, wide open down low. Beautiful pass, and we're back to a 2-point game.
Excellent pass by Lehman. He really sees the floor well, had his head up, and hit him for a layup.
Well, a fast-paced game might favor Edgar with all these track stars on this Wildcat team.
That's true. Coach Rucker wanted to travel right there. He's hollering the referees. Luckily, he made a move his clear foot up front.
Don Boomsma gets ready to check back in for Randolph. Shot no good. Down low. Jason Jansma with the shot, but we're going to get a foul on Eric Totsky. Dean Wooker looks on. Wildcat head coach. Boomsma does check back into the ballgame. Jay Jenkins will take a seat on the bench.
All right, both of them, 6'6" for 6'6". That's unusual.
Claire is a little bit too aggressive going after that inbound pass. We'll get tagged with the foul. The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Marshfield Clinic, a national leader in medical care, research, and education. Two-point ball game. Randolph with the lead. 7:03 left in the ball game. The winner taking home a brand new shiny gold trophy.
That's right. I got 7 minutes of great basketball. A 2-point game here right now.
Josh Bargander picks up a foul.
3 quick fouls right now, and Edgar could have obviously a big effect before this game's over now.
Well, Edgar is already in the bonus. Edgar's got a few more fouls to give before they put Randolph in the bonus. There's another foul, that one on Lehman.
That's 4 fouls now in about 16 seconds.
Do you like to see, do you like to put the other team into the bonus situation to be able to stop the clock in a close ball game like this?
Not quite this early.
We'll talk about that in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Welcome back to the Fieldhouse, everyone. Randolph with a 2-point lead in the fourth quarter here. Take a look at your bench scoring here. On Friday, Randolph had, or I should say Edgar had no scoring off the bench. They've got 2. Randolph picking up 12 points off the bench this afternoon.
And yesterday he got what? 0 yesterday off the bench? Or was that
Edgar had 0 off the bench. On Friday, Randolph had 9 points off the bench. Barry Van Beek, 5 points on the afternoon. Good look at him. Second one is good. Back to a 4-point lead for Randolph.
Again, full court pressure after the free throw right now. Lehman takes the ball right down the middle, attacks the press.
Potsky thought about the three once again. Thurs will take the three and get it.
Well, there's the big difference right there. That's why he didn't get down the first half when they're 1 for 9. That's your second or third three this half now.
Thurs now with 5 points. 1-point ball game. The first of 4 championship ball games coming your way. And if the rest of them are as good as this, you're in for a treat today. Randolph looking to extend their 1-point lead. 6:13 left in the ball game.
Randolph's doing a nice job being very patient right now also. Running some nice flex cuts off the baseline. They're looking for a real good shot.
Van Beek thought about taking the drive inside. He gives it to Self. Randolph's being real patient right now, Coach. Boomsma, turnaround jumper, rims out.
He got a good shot at it, but also Bargan had his hand up on there and missed it and living on one shot.
So Edgar with a chance to take the lead. Bargander kicks it out. Thurs will take a three again. That one is off. Lehman comes away with the rebound.
That's a good hustle by Lehman on the weak side board.
The long rebound, so tough to gauge.
You see a lot more of those now, Ted, with the three-point shots than you ever used to.
The brothers Bargander working up top.
Good pace here by Edgar, of course, being down by 1. Important possession for him to get a chance to take the lead.
Self almost had the steal there. Shot out of the way. Thurs rims out. But another rebound. No shot there, but Potsky draws the foul.
But the shot went halfway down, back up, and they kept it alive. And
kind of a wild move here.
Looked like a Michael Jordan move there. It didn't go in.
Team number 8.
So Josh Bargander checks out, and Chad Gunther checks back into the ball game.
Some good minutes by Bargander right there. Again, about good 2-3 minutes. Put a little pressure on Silk out front. Did a nice job.
Eric Kotsky trying to tie it. Misses the free throw.
Well, must have called that on the drive instead of a two-shotter.
Van Beek tripped up, and Lehman will take it in for the layup.
He's had a great second half, playing his quickness and ball handling and passing and stealing. Really put Edgar back in his ballgame. Now they got the 1-point lead.
Edgar back in the lead, now applying pressure. Three-quarter court press. Another turnover. Here's Thurs with a layup.
Again, Emitowski's 6'3", 6'4" out front in the zone. Press, steal, and got the lead.
The Wildcats are excited. They should be. They have a 3-point lead midway through the fourth quarter. We'll be back to this WIAA state tournament game after a short message from your network sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Oh, welcome back to the ball game. 4:29 left in the fourth quarter of this Division IV state championship game, and it is Edgar with a 3-point lead. And what a great job they have done. As you get a look at Dean Thurs, basically the difference here in the fourth quarter, Coach.
Well, he's got 7 points. He did not score the first 3 quarters. He got 7 points already in a little over 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And that's the big reason he's got the 3-point lead right now.
Edgar also picking up the pressure on the press, causing some more turnovers. Edgar is also on a 7-0 run.
Again, still full court pressure right now. A little zone press. Bothering Randolph a little bit here. Barely got that across with about 8 seconds.
Get a look at the points off the turnovers now, Coach. Edgar has taken that lead 14-12. Missed shot, and Edgar with a chance to build on their 3-point lead.
Now they can see Edgar with a 3-point lead now. With about 3:58 left in the game. Going to become very, very patient right now. Look for an excellent shot.
Less than 4 minutes now to decide the state championship. We get a turnover on Edgar's part. Ryan Bargander with the walk. The 1997 WIAA State Basketball Tournament is brought to you by Cenex Land O'Lakes and your local cooperatives, partners you can trust. 3-point lead for Edgar.
That was good defense by Tyler Sook right there, too.
Looks like Dean Thurs knocked it out of bounds, so Randolph hangs on to the ball. Van Beek pressure coming up his double team. Somebody's got to be open. Self looks inside to Boomsma. Boomsma turnaround is short. Here comes Lehman. Has a man open down court. Doesn't see him. Took the shot up himself. And here come the Rockets.
His body's flying all over both ends of the floor now here, Ted.
Boomsma missed another one. Great rebound by Jay Jenkins. Gets the basket and the foul.
The shot missed. The weak side rebound here. Goes up, said he hit him on the wrist, bucket good.
Jay Jenkins, I should say that was Scott Beaulieu, actually, that did that. Has a chance to tie it with this free throw. Rims out. Edgar still with a 1-point lead now.
Edgar's doing a good job of pushing the ball up the floor and making Randolph get back and get their defense set.
3 minutes to go. Edgar by 1. They'll take their time, looking to get it back inside. Although a lot of points have not come out on the inside today, Coach.
No, they have a lot of points coming off the turnovers right now. And of course, in the second, the outside shooting right now of Edgar. But there they got inside, drew the foul.
They tried to loop it into Totsky. The Boomsma went up, tried to slap it away, and that'll be the 5th foul on Don Boomsma. He comes out. He scored 6 points this afternoon.
We got a little discrepancy going on here now between 4 and 5. They got 4 on the Randolph bench. They got 5 on the scores table here. He thinks he's got 4.
The Randolph bench thought he only had 4 fouls. But it is confirmed he does have 5 fouls. He is out of the ball game. Boomsma, 6 points. Did a nice job today, but he missed some of those shots off that little turnaround he's got.
Yes, he did. That's critical with 2:43 to go here. Kind of like Wisconsin foul with Caldwell in the playoffs. Some got mixed up someplace here.
So it'll be up to Jay Jenkins in the middle for the Randolph Rockets.
Okay, now we'll see, I'm sure, that watch Randolph become very patient, down by 1 point. Boomsma's out of the ballgame right now. But of course, Jenkins, he's also 6'6". You don't lose any size in there right now.
He's actually a little bit thicker, so he can move some bodies around down there. Van Beek, great pass to Jenkins. Jenkins couldn't hang on to it, though.
Came off a nice flex cut on the baseline and went up and then hit him with a pass. And he said, couldn't quite handle it.
Kind of a tough pass to handle when it comes through a couple of bodies. But the Rockets do control the ball. They are looking for the lead. They don't get it. Van Beek's shot comes off the rim. Here comes Edgar.
Edgar's done a nice job of eliminating one shot right now for Randolph, pretty much his second half.
2 minutes left in the ball game. Edgar still nursing that 1-point lead. We saw this yesterday with Edgar. When they got into the fourth quarter, they had the lead. They did have some trouble continuing to score.
I think they've become a little hesitant right now, but again, they got off with good patience. And like we talked about, what a great game. 45-44 with a viewers can see about 1:37 on the clock for the state championship.
Wildcats just happy to run some seconds off that clock right now. 1:30 left to decide this championship. Edgar wants to talk about it. Edgar with a 1-point lead. 45-44. Get a good look at the Edgar bench. What are they talking about right now, Coach?
Well, I think, Coach, we're going to talk about not becoming so hesitant. If you got a good shot, you got to take it. You don't want to become, too conservative right now. Plus, they came up to double team just as taking the timeout, and I think they'll talk about they're going to have to do some trapping, perhaps, Randolph, but being sure to get a good shot right now.
Now it's time to take a look at this game's Farm Credit Services WIAA game highlights. We take a look at the turnover so costly for Randolph.
The Edgar community will have a welcome back at 1:30 on Sunday. Fans should meet at Highway 8.
For Randolph had a 4-point lead coming into the fourth quarter. But as we look at our field goals in the fourth quarter, Edgar is 3 for 6. Randolph is 1 for 7.
That's right. In the first 6.5 minutes, they scored 4 points in the whole fourth quarter.
1:20 left in the ball game. Edgar with that 1-point lead.
Of course, Jeffrey's hollering at his players now, trap him, trap him. Whoa, almost stole there.
When do you start looking to foul, Coach, or don't you?
I think they'll go in about 50 seconds because they're only down 1. They get a chance to try and steal it first.
There it is with 59 seconds. Pretty close.
He went for the steal and foul. It's good because now he puts pressure. He's got to make the free throws. He makes both of them. It's 47-44. 3-point shot ties it. If he makes one, all right. 2-point ties it. If he misses this, 2-pointer puts you ahead.
Bob Heffley in his 7th year as the Randolph Rocket head coach. Looks on as Totsky sinks the first one. 2-point lead for Edgar.
Big free throw right there. Of course, Totsky, he's shooting like 60% for the year from the free throw line, but he got the first one. That first one is always critical. Always makes it easier, a little bit easier, the second one.
Second one on the way, misses. So it is Edgar with a 2-point lead in the final minute.
He got the first one, missed the second one. Now here we are. We go for the tie. Maybe we'll have overtime. Vince, it's a great game, Ted. Maybe we'll have overtime.
We can only hope. This has been a great one. Rockets with a chance to tie. Shot on the way. Van Beek. No good. Gets the rebound. They got it. They missed. And Edgar comes away with it. And we will get a foul. Well, Jason Jasmine did a great job to go get that rebound. Get the putback. It just wouldn't go for him.
No, and again, a great shot, too. A great shot. Even Van Beek's shot wasn't bad. You know, you sit there, could have tied the game 46-44. Get a little look at it again here now. There's a good shot there. Weak side rebound.
Great job crashing the glass.
Right. 6, 8-foot shot. It came up with the rebound. Now we got to make the free throws now here.
And we see the Randolph kids come over to the bench. Heads down a little bit right now.
Yeah, you know, I think they're a little bit concerned. Obviously, they're down 2, but there's still 35 seconds left right now. And they still, whatever's going to happen, even if they make both free throws, they're down 4. All right, maybe a 2-possession game. They make one and miss one. It might be a 1-possession game. A lot of time left. They just got to get their dollars up a little bit here.
They are certainly not out of this by any means. You know, Pat, if you want to see this game again and again, and I know you do, you can purchase a copy of this or any other WIAA boys or girls state tournament game by calling 800-773-9944. The cost is just $18.99 plus $3 for shipping and handling. You can pay by Visa, MasterCard, or by check. The WIAA State Tournament for video memories that will last a lifetime. And I know these memories are going to last a lifetime for both Randolph and Edgar.
Oh, this is something everybody wants to get, the tape like that, because here we are, 46-44, 35.2 seconds left, and everybody's sitting there. It's got great, great finishes, like we said before.
Van Beek picking up his 4th foul. Van Beek celebrated his 17th birthday yesterday, so congratulations to him. He's also been fighting strep throat this week.
Quite a deal to come down every 17th birthday and win a game to put you in the finals of the Division IV championship.
Thur is at the free throw line to shoot 2. As you saw that last statistic, he missed that one. Third with 7 points this afternoon, all of them coming in this quarter. Those guys green with envy.
He didn't follow through good on that one. He kind of hesitated a little bit. He got the second one. That's a big throw. Now we got a 3-point game, but a lot of time for Randolph here. A lot of time.
30 seconds. You look for the 3, Coach?
He's going to have to look for the 3 pretty soon.
Self for 3. No good. Kotsky with the rebound. He had Gunther streaking down. Didn't see him. Lehman will bring it up quickly and draw the foul.
And that's one thing, too. Gunther's done an excellent job on Van Beek this entire second half. But Lehman is the one that's done a nice job pushing the ball down the floor. Awful lot of assists. All right. Really kind of run the show for Edgar.
the free throw line is Nathan Lehman.
Nathan Lehman has just had a fantastic game. 13 points in this one. Make it a 4-point game.
That was critical because now it's a 2-possession ball game right now. You know, Lehman is the second leading scorer, though, for Edgar. He's averaging 13.9 points per ball game here.
5-point game, 17 seconds to go. Randolph needs a quick shot. Van Beek brings it up, pulls up for the three. Short. Jenkins got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds. Lehman will be fouled by Jason Jansma.
Randolph foul, 42. Jason Jansma, his 5th.
Jansma draws his 5th foul, but he played a fantastic game. Good hustle by Jason Jansma this afternoon.
14, Jason Bates.
You get a look at the Rocket bench. The defending state champions look like they will be taking home the silver ball. To get a look at the Edgar bench, a different story over there. Lehman missed.
There's a big hush of crowd right there, Edgar fans.
Pretty much seal it with a shot, with a make here. 6-point ball game, 6 seconds to go.
We're going to have a new state champion.
Van Beek's three-pointer no good. That is it. Your Edgar Wildcats are your Division IV state champions.
Great second half by Edgar Wildcats, and we're down at 6 points at halftime, came back and played an excellent half.
What a great basketball game, Coach.
Well, I tell you what, I couldn't be still happier with Edgar. You know, both Dean Mook, the head coach, and Jerry Sims, my assistant when I was at Edgar. And, of course, I have to say this because Mark Vargander, who's the father, are Ryan and Josh. And I told him I'd say this on the air, that they are an awful lot better looking than their dad is. All right, no doubt about that. And they played a great game. And I also have another player by the name of Steve Chewicki. His son played a little bit yesterday. Also played for me when I was head coach at Edgar. But a great season for Randolph. You know, they won 40 of their last 51, won 71 straight conference basketball games. All right. Champion one year, runner-up the next year, and nothing to be ashamed of. Both teams are extremely proud, and both communities can be extremely proud of their players.
And Randolph, a young squad, too. They could possibly be back there next year. Such a great team. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our local sponsors. This is your WIAA network station.
ENH of Marshfield has the TV 934 Wausau Eagle River.
Edgar Wildcats have won the Division IV state championship. Let's hand out some awards, and for that we will go to Pete Christensen.
The WIAA Board of Control invites you to participate in the awards ceremony for the two outstanding teams that have just completed their tournament competition. Making the presentation to Division IV teams will be Mark Lakey, Principal, Edgar High School, and Chris Nelson, Assistant Principal, Beaver Dam High School. Assisted by Doug Chickering, Executive Director of the WIAA. Members of the Randolph team, please proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual team medal. Will the members of the Edgar team proceed to center court as your name is called to receive your individual medal? Chris Strawicki. Nathan Lehman. Kirk Miller. Dean Third. Brandon Kaiser. Ryan Third. Josh Bargender. Chad Gunther. John Strite. Eric Topsky. Ryan Bargender. Jordan Kaiser. John Berg. Mitchell Lamberg. Jeremiah Searing. Coach Dean Wooker of Edgar to center court for the team trophy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Edgar Wildcats. What a fantastic performance to be able to come back in the fourth quarter when they were trailing and take the lead and then hold on to it.
Well, you know, we talked about beating the number 2 rated team, the number 4 rated team. Now they got the number 3 rated team and the state champs, and congratulations to Edgar.
And when they announced Coach Dean Wooker, he kind of ran out to grab that trophy. 19 years on the bench at Edgar, and I know you know him personally.
Well, I'm very happy for Dean. You know, my assistant when I went to Edgar, and of course, and Jerry Sands, and I got some great fans at Edgar, and some fond memories as I started my coaching career there, and I couldn't be happier for those young men and their entire coaching staff. Great community, great school district, and congratulations to Edgar. But let's not forget Randolph, because, I mean, hey, you got back in the finals, didn't quite do it, but you got 2 balls. Gold one year, silver the next year. Extremely proud of that fact.
Well, you're talking about Coach Dean Wooker. Scott Emmerich has Dean with him. Let's hear what Scott has to say to Coach Wooker.
Thank you, Ted. You know, Edgar's first trip to the state tournament ever was back in 1936. 61 years later and 4 tries later, they're bringing home a gold ball. Head coach Dean Wooker now joins me. And Dean, kind of nice to finally bring home that gold, isn't it?
Well, Scott, we were so pleased to be coming home with the gold. I can't believe it. 1980, we came home with the silver. We've had some great ball clubs since 1980. We've always come up a bucket short, a turnover short here or there. But this is the epitome of coaching and high school athletics. I'm just so pleased for our kids and our community.
Tell me a little bit about the game. You guys are down 6 at the half. What'd you tell your team at the half?
Well, this is a group of kids that have overcome adversity all season long. We played a team 23-1, 24-1, and today they were going to go 25-1, and they just never gave up. We talked about the David and Goliath idea, and hey, we had to just go in there and do what we do best and try to fight and battle and never give up, and good things will happen. And I'm just so pleased that they believed in themselves.
You made a 7-0 run midway through the fourth quarter to take the lead. What was the difference?
Well, I think the big difference was that the kids believed in themselves and we became a little more aggressive. I thought the foul situation was to our advantage. We managed to get to the double bonus. We didn't hurt ourselves by fouling. And I think our constant defensive pressure began to wear on them. We thought there was going to be a little bit more pressure on them. We thought we had more senior leadership, and we thought it would really be big.
Here it is, the gold ball, the first one we've handed out. Tell me, Coach, did you ever envision something like this would happen at the beginning of the season? I'm sure you knew you had a good team.
It was a dream. It's been my lifetime dream, and for the community as well. I'm just so happy.
Tell me about the kids. They're over there celebrating with the fans. What kind of celebration are you going to have in Edgar?
The town's going to come alive.
Coach, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Scott. Thank you.
All right. The Edgar Wildcats, the Division IV state champions. Congratulations to Dean Wooker. Well, for a recap of what happened and how it all happened, let's send it back over to Ted Stefaniak to Pat Hammond.
Well, thank you very much, Scott. We did get word that there will be a welcome-back celebration for Edgar fans at 1:30 on Sunday. That is tomorrow. You can meet at Highway H and N and then parade the team to the East Gym. So congratulations to Dean Wooker and the Edgar Wildcats. Let's take a look at how they did this in the second half, Coach. We start with Chad Gunther and a nice steal.
All right, excellent. This was a big difference. The turnovers, Edgar got the lead, takes to the basket, off the glass, and in.
And Jay Jenkins coming off the bench for Randolph. He did a nice job this afternoon.
Yes, he did. Big kid, 6'6", nice rebound, puts it off the glass.
Tyler Selk has been the leader on this Randolph team this year, and he did a nice job working the block.
Pulls it up and come out with a three-point play that time, and again, he'll be back for another year.
But, of course, in the fourth quarter, it was pretty much all Edgar.
Well, again, a great pass that time for the layup for thirds, but again, it was made possible by nice defensive pressure on the other end.
Turnover setting up another Dean Thurs layup. This one off the press.
That's right. And Toski stole it, and again, passed it to Thurs, who had that 7-0 run himself in that fourth quarter.
And, of course, that led to the final seconds of the ball game, and Edgar winning the Division IV state championship game. Take a look at our final pick and save statistics, and you will see what a great job Edgar did in the points off the turnovers, especially late in the game, 20-12.
That's right. And that was a big key, in addition to the fact that Edgar's defensive pressure stepped up because Randolph shot, what, something like 1 for 12 or 1 for 13 in the fourth quarter, whatever. And the turnovers, 20-12, and there's your 8 points in the basketball game.
And as we said, Randolph doesn't usually turn the ball over that much. They've only been averaging about 9 a ball game. Your leading scorers for Edgar, Nathan Lehman with 16 points, Ryan Bargander, the big guy in the middle, with 10 for Randolph, Boyu with 8, and Tyler Selk with 7. Randolph was 1 for 13 in field goals in the fourth quarter.
And one thing what the Edgar press did is that they never really got into a rhythm. They couldn't get in a sync. They forced them outside a little bit and gave them pretty much one shot on the end and on the glass, and that was it.
All right, so it is Edgar taking home the gold ball. Randolph takes home the silver ball. It is a state championship for the Edgar Wildcats. We'll be back to this WIAA state tournament after a short message from your local sponsors. This is your
into the future. I'm slipping into the future. Fly
82nd Annual WIA.
Mark Lakey orchestrated a practice run for the 8 basketball seniors to accept a state championship trophy. Today, the Wildcats got to do it for real. Jim Homestead is on the state tournament beat.
5 Edgar seniors take the court for the last time, hoping to abort a rocket launch. Randolph starts 3 juniors and has been in the state tournament 3 of the last 4 years. The Rockets lead by as many as 7 in the first quarter. They find one way to skin a cat. 5 of their 7 baskets are layups. It's 15-10 after 1. Nathan Lehman warmed up to the task in the second quarter. He scored 7 of the Wildcats' 11 points, and they cut the lead to 2. But a pair of Randolph baskets, capped by the driving deuce by junior Tyler Selk, boosted the Rockets to a 6-point lead at halftime.
Randolph shot a sizzling 65% in the first half, and Edgar only 36. To get back into the game, the Wildcats had to shoot better, take care of the basketball, and frustrate the Rockets' leading scorer, Tyler Selk.
He's too good of a ball player to cover with one man. So we really wanted to focus on giving him assistance from the people who were next to him.
The whole team knew he was good, and after watching the game yesterday, we thought that we had to pack it in the lane, and we wanted to make him shoot from outside, not let him penetrate and dish.
In the third quarter, he was not smooth as Selk. The pressure rattled him into 4 turnovers. Chad Gunther hit a 3-ball to ignite his 7-point quarter. Gunther swiped a Selk pass and took it up and over him to cut the lead to 1. The Wildcats trailed by 4 after 3 quarters.
We were down at halftime against Wasaki by 4, so that Wasaki game helped a lot. We were in that position before, and we knew that we could come back and do it.
Another Edgar senior takes over in the 4th. Dean Thurs scores 8 of his team's 14 points. The right wing 3-ball cuts the Randolph lead to 42-41. Another Selk turnover set Lehman loose for the basket that put Edgar ahead to stay. Selk finished with a game-high 12 miscues. Eric Totsky's steal and feed to Thurs gave Edgar a 3-point lead. The Wildcats hit 5 of 8 foul shots in the final minutes and beat the defending state champs.
17 years we haven't been down here, and for all the people that have played for 17 years and haven't gotten down here, it's for them. I looked up and we were ahead. I was so happy. I went over to coach and hugged him and jumped right at the W. That was the best feeling. It's really just a relief. You know, I didn't want to go out a loser, and I won my last game, so it's a great relief.
Edgar finishes its state championship season with a 23-4 record. Randolph closes out 25-2. Jim Homestead, News 7 Sports, Madison.
Thanks.
Celebration is on as a new state basketball champion is crowned. That next when the coverage you can count on continues on WAOW TV 9.
It's all over. It's all over today.
What a good day.
Exactly.
Great way to end the season. We're all happy. Edgar's story, one to remember. A good but not spectacular team that finished 3rd in the Merriwood Conference. Laden with seniors, the Wildcats made a run. First through regionals, then through sectionals with a stunning come-from-behind overtime win over favorite Wasaki. At state, they first knocked off Drummond. Today, all that stood in their way of their first state title ever was defending state champ Randolph. Let's go to the old field house. Who was there? Jamie Lackey, the cheerleader from Edgar. She was carried off yesterday after falling in a drill. That's good to hear. First half, controlled by Randolph. Brad Moldenhauer, 2 on the drive. Rockets lead 15-10 after 1. Second quarter, teams trading baskets. Edgar's Nate Lehman keeping the Cats close. He had 7 in this quarter. It was 27-21 Randolph at the half. Third quarter, Moldenhauer showing the effort down low for 2. Randolph's biggest lead right there, 33-25. Edgar coach Dean Wuker displeased. Chad Gunther makes coach happy. The steal, the 2. This would make coach happy. Rockets still led by 4 after 3. Fourth quarter, Edgar simply dominates. Dean Thurs, 2 on the break. Then Dean Thurs, 3 on the wing. Then some mean green defense from Edgar. Eric Toski to Thurs. Edgar outscores Randolph 14-4 in the fourth quarter. The Wildcats are state Division IV titleists, their first state title ever. That's 50-44. Ted Stefaniak is in Madison to help cover with the WIA basketball tournament. He stands by with a happy bunch of Wildcats.
After running the gauntlet set up in sectionals and regionals, the Edgar Wildcats came to state on a mission. They completed it.
We've been working hard for this for the last 8 years, and we've done it together, and it was a great team effort all the way along. It feels great.
You guys trailed most of the game down by 8 at one point. What was it that helped you guys get back into the ballgame?
I think it was our pressure on their guards. wanted to come out and pressure the guards, so if it was close in the end of the game, that they won't be able to make the shots that they needed to. So we thought, if we pressured them, that we could pull it out in the end.
They were taller than us, but we were bigger, we were faster and stronger, and we knew that we could pressure their guards because they were younger than us, that we could take them.
You didn't have any points coming into the fourth quarter. You pretty much took over the fourth for Edgar.
Yeah, Coach was talking about somebody stepping up in the fourth quarter. We had other guys step up in the first, second, and third quarters, and we needed somebody to step up in the fourth, and he looked to me, and I did the job.
As you take a look at the state championship trophy, what does it mean to you?
Well, it means for me, I've been at Edgar 24 years, and it doesn't get any higher than that. That's as high as you can go in high school basketball. So I'm so proud of the accomplishments. I'm pleased for the community, and I'm pleased for the kids that have played for me for the past 24 seasons.
Your father passed away a couple years ago. Any special meaning in this one?
Oh, yeah. My dad was playing basketball with me since I can remember. Taught me how to shoot, taught me to dribble, and he taught me about life and how to... So everything I do is for him, basically. When I was out there, I was thinking about him. I always say a prayer before a game for him, so yeah, it was nice.
An emotional win for Chad Gunther and the Edgar Wildcats, who will be bringing home the gold ball in the Division IV state championship. Reporting from the Fieldhouse, Ted Stevaniak, Newsline 9 Sports.
Thank you very much. Back to the computer, and we can see a winter storm watch has been posted for much of the state, especially the northern part.
The Edgar boys basketball team come home to a hero's welcome. That's just some of the coverage you can count on. That's continuing here on WAOW TV9. Sports now. So, Chris, the champions are home.
You bet. They were a little bit late getting back to Edgar, but when they got there, everyone went crazy. Well, if a burglar wanted a prime spot to do some easy work, Edgar should have been his spot today. That's because everyone left their houses to welcome home the State Division IV basketball champs from Madison. Yesterday, the Wildcats came from behind to beat defending state champ Randolph 50-44. Edgar knows how to celebrate. Ambulances, fire trucks, and everyone came in full force. Even gas stations locked their doors for this one. An entire town coming together to thank the boys for a tremendous ride and their first basketball title.
You realize there's this many people live in this small town? I don't think so. We've seen cars lined up for a long ways. I don't think there's this many people that live here.
Definitely, it's great. It's the best feeling so far. It's just tremendous, the people that came out here.
Inside the gym, the fans cheered for one last time. Everyone got a chance to see the shiny new gold trophy. Edgar ends the year 23-4 and Division IV champions of Wisconsin. Well, as the high school
of Edgar filled with fans to welcome home the newest state champ. That next, when the coverage you can count on continues on WAOW TV9. People
I like that. Well, it was a big deal in Edgar today when the local gas station decided to lock its doors in the middle of the day. The attendant wanted to see what was going on and take part in all the celebrating. State champion Edgar boys basketball team made its return today. Yesterday, the Wildcats came from behind to beat defending state champ Randolph 50-44. And Edgar knows how to celebrate. The local ambulance, police, and fire trucks, and everyone came out in full force to parade the town's champs. The entire town coming together to thank the boys for a tremendous ride in their first basketball title.
There's people live in this small town? I don't think so. We've seen cars lined up for a long ways. I don't think there's this many people that live here.
Definitely, it's great. It's the best feeling so far. It's just tremendous, the people that came out here.
Inside the gym, the fans cheered for one last time. Everyone got a chance to see the shiny new trophy. Edgar ends the year 23-4 and your Division IV champions of Wisconsin. Well, tomorrow's the big day.
We'll show you how they party for the new state basketball champs. 2 years later, and has returned home from Madison after being crowned state champion. Eric Montague has the rundown on Edgar's March Madness.
For the people of Edgar, their hoop dreams have been realized. Gathering to salute their championship high school basketball team has been a long time coming. It was 20 years since a team from their conference reigned as state champ. Edgar was a runner-up in 1980, but forged in teamwork, 1997 became a season of destiny.
I guess the only people that believed we could do it were all these people standing back here and all the people in the stands. I guess a few
that we say, hey, you just never want to underestimate the heart of a champion.
By defeating the defending state champion Randolph Rockets 50-44, the Wildcats exorcised the demons that have haunted the Merriwood Conference for the past 20 years.
We had a lot of pressure on us to bring home the gold. We wanted to do it for our community. Our community is a real small community, and we all stick together, and it's just a good feeling for everybody.
The Wildcats have become role models for Edgar's kids, but the championship is shared by everyone, both young and old.
Wow. Thanks for coming. This is for you.
The state title has given Edgar something to shout about, but more importantly, it's taught the players about hometown pride.
When the whole community of Edgar comes out here like this to support us, I'll always be proud to say that I'm from Edgar, Wisconsin. It's just great.
Eric Montague, News 7, Edgar.
AAA Board of Control, but none were as special as those he presented to the members of his own school's state championship basketball team. Yesterday, after the Wildcats' 50-44 win over Randolph in the Division IV state championship game, Lakey presented Coach Dean Wooker and the Wildcats with the championship trophy. Lakey said it feels good to finally give the gold ball to an Edgar team and says it's especially nice because the Wildcats work just as hard in the classroom as they do on the court.
Of the first 6 guys on the court, of these seniors, the lowest grade point average is a 3.55. I mean, these kids are sharp. And in the first 2 off the bench, the first 2 sophomores, they're high honor students too. So, I mean, you can put athletics and academics together, and you've got some pretty competitive kids.
Again, congratulations to the Wildcats. The Brewers